I didn't move to Logan with my mother and dad, our family, until 5th grade. Up until that point, I had been born in Garland, of course, and had lived in Hiram, and then back to Garland, and then we moved to Logan. And the reason for some of those moves is that my parents were having a difficult marriage. My dad was a member of the church, but not very active. My mother was very active in the church, came from a strong family of church service. She was a musician. She played, I think, for sacrament meeting the whole time I remember growing up.
Really?
She was the ward organist. She could play by ear, but that was her life. And because of her activity in the church, my siblings and I gained our testimony, went to church. We just didn't have family home observances. We blessed the food and we said our individual prayers, but we didn't have the family home evening and kinds of things that we hope all the families are having today. But my folks separated before our move to Logan, and I think I realized at a very early age that I wanted a strong priesthood in our home. I missed that. I just sensed the loss of that. And so one of my goals was always to have a strong priesthood in my home and with whomever I married. But when we moved to Logan, my folks got back together and started family life there. And the wonderful community, as Quentin said, Logan was a wonderful place to grow up, so supportive. And I would look at the families in our ward and the wonderful leaders we had, and my testimony just grew and blossomed and developed through the auxiliaries, through attending church, through seminary, all the way. I just made a determination that that's I could see the beauty of that, and I had a testimony of the Savior and gained a testimony of the Book of Mormon. And I remember at one point, before we moved to Logan, walking home from primary one day. Primary was after school. And as I walked through the block from our neighborhood, we went through a neighbor's yard to get to my grandmother's home where we were living. And it was summertime, the garden was beautiful, and I just had the warmest feeling of love come over me. And I know it was from what I had felt in primary, but I knew I was loved. I just felt a special daughter of God. And I think that set my feet on the path that I yearned to be on.